Here in Lancashire, we've had the floods, people have been cleaning up, and now comes the aftermath in which people try to get compensation from insurance companies. However, to their detriment, some people are finding out that insurance firms are dragging their feet when it comes to settling up a claim. Jeff Jackson's house in Great Eccleston was flooded.
It's damaged most of the kitchen, the walls, all the plaster walls downstairs. All the tiles fell off in the bathroom, curtains, all the electrical appliances, kitchen appliances, they're all dead. Yeah, it's done a lot of damage. All the beds were ruined downstairs because they're on the first floor. Carpets, you can imagine, they've all been ripped out. Yeah, it's been pretty devastating.
What happened when you rang the insurance company?
Yeah, we phoned them Monday morning to say, look, we've just been inundated with water, the house is a real mess. Could you come and have a look at it? And they just said, no, sorry, you're not insured. And they passed me on to another department, and after a morning of trying to get somewhere, we just, well, we almost gave up. We were told to contact the Ombudsman, and he's taken up the case with them. But you know, when you're in a situation like that, you really need help. They just let us down.
Jeff's insurance firm had previously paid out when he had a little bit of damage last year.
It was a storm that caused some damage to a building. It wasn't a flood as such, but they've put it as a storm flood event, and they have paid out a small amount of money in the past just to repair one of the buildings on the property. But then this one's a much larger claim because there's a lot more damage to the property, and they've decided they don't want to pay this one.
But this time they've said they're not going to pay up yet, and he's had to take his claim to the Insurance Ombudsman.
We've done a report, put everything to the Ombudsman, and it can take about 8 weeks to get his verdict on it, but we hope that it will go in our favour.
Jeff's employer rallied round, and they sent a couple of his workmates to help clean up.
So Monday night, my boss phoned me up and told me I can go to Jeff's house on Tuesday and Wednesday, help him clear up. So I took a van with me with space heaters, humidifiers, and literally took it to his house and started the clean up. It was terrible. I thought it was really damp smell. It was like a river smell inside. I just felt really bad for him.
Others feel the emergency services could have handled the situation much better. Sam Collinson was flooded in St Michael's.
We believe that the Environment Agency were pumping water in multiple directions. In some cases, they were pumping it from one property to an area where other properties were, so transferring the problem. I think what we need is a clear plan of action from the Environment Agency, and long term, you know, what flood mitigation measures are going to be taken in terms of, are we going to dredge the river wire, are we going to widen the flood defences to help the volume of water escape the area, or is that just transferring one problem to another area? You know, there's a lot of questions and not enough answers at the moment, so where do we go, and what are the government going to do and the Environment Agency to put this right?
Jeff was lucky that his employer could help out, others weren't so fortunate. But whether he gets the money to rebuild his home is now out of his hands. Roland Gent, that's Lancashire.